Hello, everyone, and this is my weekend preview for the week starting on April 10th, 2017. And again, yes, I know it's a little bit late. I'm falling behind on my schedules. And again, it's me just not being able to allocate the time after work or something in that sense. So, yes, I know this is Tuesday that I'm putting this up, even though I wanted to put this up um, on Sunday night or Monday morning. But let's go into what happened last week and everything in that sense and what you'll be expecting this week. Obviously, last week I kind of did things a little bit differently with my Raw, SmackDown, and WrestleMania reviews. I did them all in one video. It's a way that I've never really tried doing things before, but I try going that route about doing those reviews a little bit differently because all three of the shows kind of intertwined, and I had a little bit less time to be doing recordings and everything, so I thought it was best to do all three of those at one time. And honestly, I got those reviews out really late last week. I didn't really want them to be out as late as they were, but it ended out being one of those things that that was the best time for me to get them out because of other things that were happening that week. In the terms of the Impact Wrestling review and the NXT review, I kind of got those out on a normal basis and on in as separate reviews as their own. We're gonna probably go back to our normal review schedule this week, where it's Raw, SmackDown, NXT, Impact Wrestling, and they're all their own little separate things. Unless you guys ended out liking the aspect of doing so many of them at one time, and we'll see how that feels over the next couple of weeks about everything. But other things that happened over the weekend, and this is one of the reasons why the Impact Wrestling review and the Giant WWE review took a little bit longer to get out, was because I was out at the Gaming Zone, and they started their first session of this year's Ranbat the spring Ranbats that they usually do. They usually do one in spring, one in fall, and and I happen to be like the second stream that they go with because they have like 5 games running on day one of it on Saturday. So they have 2 games running side by side, and I usually end out helping out with a second stream to make sure that each game gets its own coverage in some way. The games that I ended up covering in the terms of tournament wise on my stream were BlazBlue, Central Fiction, I believe is what it's called. I'm not too. I'm not gonna say I don't like the anime games. Because I find them exciting in their own right. It's just something I typically don't play, so I don't usually keep up with them all that much and where they're going. So I believe it was Central Fiction, which is the latest version of BlazBlue, Guilty Gear XR Revelator. And then on Saturday, I also was kind of a secondary stream or a secondary watch for the Street Fighter V tournament that was going on that day, while everybody else while the main their main channel, Gaming Zone AZ, covered King of Fighters. Covered the King, not the King of Fighters, but Killer Instinct on Saturday. They covered Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom. Stumbling over my words. Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, and then they kind of had the mainstream for Street Fighter 5 going on over there. Sunday, I ended out streaming Dead or Alive 5 Last Round and the King of Fighters 14. At this point, you'll be seeing this on the YouTube channel throughout the week because, one, I want to make sure those guys have a video reference to look at what they had going into the next tournament. 2, for your viewing pleasure as well. We did have a little slip up, and we had lost commentary for the BlazBlue tournament, but the picture was fine. So I'm currently working on editing down the BlazBlue stuff, and then I'll go working on the Guilty Gear stuff. Then I'll go on and working on Street Fighter V, Dead or Alive, and then King of Fighters. And I should, and here's the thing, I'm hoping to have those out within the week. in some way, shape, or form. If I can get them started uploading today, that would be great. I don't know if that's going to be an actual case in every sense of that word, but we'll see how everything ends up going off in the end. We also, and like I said, all 5 of those games that I had helped cover during that time, I'm going to try to get up within the week. I'm currently in the process of editing everything, and I'll get the videos out as I get, as much as I can when I get them done. Usually I try to wait until a game is completely done and I've gotten through the entire tournament, in that sense, to make sure we don't have that you get all that content at one time versus having to wait. It's like, oh, he only put one up. No, I'm going to try to get the whole thing out at one time, and you'll get playlists and everything in that sense. Also this week, as I am working on that, and I will probably film this a little bit later today, the Raw review should be going out. The Superstar Shakeup happened last week. Obviously SmackDown, NXT, Impact Wrestling, those are going to be in there. Stream wise, I feel like I'll be able to get the Dead or Alive 5 last round stream up and running this week. I'm also going to try to work on going back into some more gameplay in the terms of the YouTube channel and what you see on the channel in general in the terms of a stream. And you'll see that coming throughout this week as well. Hopefully a return to Gears of War 4 for me. Really like the game, but I haven't played it over the last couple weeks. So I kind of expect things to be a little bit on the wishy-washy side in the terms of not being so good at the game. And maybe a return to Modern Warfare Remastered or something in that sense. That Modern Warfare Remastered just is too much fun to me. I know I don't get to play it that often, but I like the more boots to the ground side. I don't really care for Infinite Warfare all that much. But Modern Warfare Remastered, I feel like that is a Call of Duty game, and I know they release one every year, but I feel like that's a Call of Duty game I can continually go back to no matter what, and just play. And just play the game, and it's going to be fun to me in that sense. So we'll look into something like that. If I can get to some single-player stuff, I'm looking to go into Neo or Resident Evil 7. I don't know which one's going to happen. And if it does happen, it will obviously be basically how I end up feeling throughout the week and everything in that sense. So we'll see where everything goes. Obviously, like I said, expect the reviews to come out as normal, and you expect a good chunk of gameplay in the terms of this tournament footage that will be coming your way throughout the week. And you got 5 different games inside of that tournament footage. So with that being said, guys, I thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the content coming to you this week, and have a great week ahead.